The accused in the alleged theft of foreign currency at President Cyril Ramaphosa's Phala Phala farm are appearing at the Bela-Bela Magistrates Court following a postponement earlier this year. They're charged with housebreaking and theft of the cash back in 2020. Phimani Baloyi is part of our team watching developments and joins us now live from Bela-Bela this morning. And it's a story, this saga, that almost sank the president, depending who you ask, Phimani. How are things likely to unfold in court today?
Good morning, Ayanda. Indeed, is a story that, depending on which side you're coming from, is something that should have meant the end of the political career of President Cyril Ramaphosa. Today, Ayanda, the three accused are expected back in this magistrate court behind me. We are told that court appearance will start at around 10 p.m. The last time we were here, we were told the state had put in extradition applications for two Namibian nationals that we were told were in Namibia, for them to be brought in to be charged with the three that have already been charged on this case. We are not sure if that process has been finalized and if those two people will be brought in. But what we do know is that the state says pending that process, everything else is ready. The defense tried the last time to get the magistrate to make a ruling that this would be the last postponement before the case is taken to either a regional court or a high court for trial. But the state stated that they still had a few outstanding issues, which included the arrest of those two Namibian nationals where they had already done that extradition process. So today, Ayanda, when we get into this court, we expect to hear from the state how far is that extradition process? How far are those pending arrests? Have they been arrested? Have they not? Who are they? How are they linked and connected to each other and to this case? But what we do know, Ayanda, is that we are told Miss Floriana Joseph worked at the farm. She, alongside her brother Ndirinasho, also Joseph, and another co-accused who has been labeled the mastermind, Mr. Emmanuel David, had plans from a few days prior to that commission of the crime, where Mr. Emmanuel David traveled from as far as Cape Town to come and commission this crime. We've had evidence of how he spent a large sum of money on the day after the robbery, where he traveled back to Gauteng and back to Rustenburg, stating that he paid monies in the hundreds of thousand rands, which was in US dollars, to people who transported him from here in Bela-Bela back to Gauteng and then Rustenburg, and also that he bought a lot of cars. But the state also stated that there's also other charges that have been added on Mr. Emmanuel David, which are charges of trying to conceal the proceeds of crime, where he bought houses and he put them in the names of other Namibian nationals. We are not sure if this specific Namibian national whose name was used for that property is one of the two that we know there's an application for extradition. So we expect to get further information in terms of additional arrest, extradition, and where the case will move from this point, Ayanda.
Yeah, and I suppose it will also be very interesting as those legal processes unfold, Phimani, to see whether or not there's going to be any kind of correspondence at a national level between Namibia and South Africa. I mean, who could ever forget the now late Hai Geingob, the president of Namibia, distancing himself from ever assisting his counterpart in South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, to try to conceal this crime?
Yes, those are information that we are hoping to get, but we do know that officially, other than what the president said, there was never any official confirmation or any statements that were issued out. But we've seen politicians, you understand this is a very difficult period, it's an electioneering period. We've seen political parties coming to this court. Last time there was Action SA, which was actually calling for that the Namibian government should assist in ensuring that all the information that they say is concealed regarding this crime, specifically how it relates to President Cyril Ramaphosa and his alleged involvement in concealing this alleged crime, should be revealed either by Namibian officials or by South African officials. But what we do know that has been brought into this court, Ayanda, it has nothing to do with the president. None of the information that was brought to court ever points at the president, other than the fact that this theft happened at his his property. So we are not yet sure if officially that information will come into court or not, or if we will ever get any official statement from the Namibian government. But today we'll find out, are there Namibian nationals involved? How are they involved? And what would the government of Namibia say about this?